Hi everyone! Come with me and follow along, enable for you to create this beautiful glittery eyeshadow and soft glam look. Hi everyone! So we're doing a fresh look today. Let's get started by clipping our hair out of the way. Oh, not cute. What you trying to do? Trying to make me look bad. Whatever. There you go. Since it's gonna fall off anyways, take that off. There we go on the other side. Okay, have my coffee. I'm gonna start off with our primer. Milani No Pore Zone Primer. I love this primer, it's my favorite. I have big lips, so I'm going to moisturize. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, the look just won't eat as much. And you know me, I like to eat. Nom, nom, nom. Don't quote me on that. That was so funny. So yesterday we did a glittery look, but I didn't record it. Today I want to do another glittery look because I'm going to record it today. So we're gonna start off with our eyebrows per usual. You know, make sure you brush them out, get the sense and the vibe of eyebrowlery that you'd like. Me personally, I love a full looking eyebrow. I love a thick, full looking eyebrow. Although not too like crazy with the thickness, but very much with the fullness, yes. So I brushed it into place. Anyhow, so I brushed my eyebrows into place and we're going to grab our small, I personally like a pointed, but I personally would rather go off with like a tip brush and it's flat. So that way I can underline my eyebrow properly. And then we're gonna grab our favorite, what is this called? Foundation. Bleh. We're gonna grab our favorite foundation and we're gonna go ahead and start applying that underneath our eyebrows. Mine is almost done, as you can tell, but I have another bottle. But I like to use it up because we know that we're going to be using it a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and start underlying. So now we have underneath our eyebrows done. What I also like doing is doing the top of my eyebrows so that way they don't look like they're floating. So we're gonna go ahead and go to this eyebrow and just start it off. Remember, I like a full eyebrow. You do how your eyebrows are supposed to be. Because me personally, I like my eyebrows either thin sometimes or fuller sometimes. So, you know, get the best of both worlds over here. So anyhow, you're gonna go ahead, do the other side, do your other eyebrow, whatever. Do your eyebrow top. See how nice that is? Now you're gonna do that. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Make sure they're even. So I like my eyebrows even. I don't know. Some people's eyebrows be a little way too high. One high, one low. I need to make sure they're even because that's literally the most important part of your face. Well, one of the most important parts, because that's like the first thing, at least I look at when I look at someone's face, is their eyes and their eyebrows. So yeah, go ahead and draw the top line out. Make sure to do it precisely the way you like. And fan out the foundation around the brow when you're done. Sweet. So now we got our eyebrows. And you do the middle, of course, so they don't look like, what the hell? So yeah, now we got our eyebrows. Now we're going to use a fluffer brush.
I'm gonna go ahead and fan out the foundation.
Brush is from Wet n Wild. It's so sweet. I love it so much. It's so fluffy, and it's like very thin. Not thin, but like lined. It's got a straight line towards it, so that way you can definitely go around the creases in which you don't want to, like, you know, mess up or anything. So there we go. Eyebrows are done. I don't know, this eyebrow seems thicker than this one, so I'm gonna make it a little thinner because that's not my speed, you know? That's not my speed at all. I like my eyebrows even, completely even. So we're gonna make this eyebrow a little thinner just by adding some extra foundation. Might look a little messy, but that's okay because we're not going to you know, like get our eyebrows waxed right now. Like, it's too much work. So yeah, add that a little bit, and there. Now they're definitely even. Oh yeah, much better. This eyebrow has like a something wrong at the end, so I always add a little bit of black eyeliner. I say black because that's the closest color towards my hair. It's really dark brown, but I just use black pencil. Very lightly though, very, very lightly. And that's so much better. Sweet. So now that that's over with, we're going to go ahead and grab our fluffy brush. And going to grab your favorite palette, 35XO Natural Flirt by Morphe. So let's do it. One of my colors completely fell out and I was so disappointed because it's a pink glittery shadow color that I absolutely adored. I thought it was so cute. I was so sad. I was like, So there we go on that. So, today what color should we do? I don't want to do boring nude again. I want to do something fun and a little popish. So I think we're gonna do a little purple on around our creases. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little purple and just go like that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that purple. What? Wow. That is a very poignant purple. Poignant. And then you're gonna do the other side because you want it to be as even as possible. And you're gonna go back to one eye and back to the other. So just keep dabbing until you feel as personally that that's enough for you. And now the other side. Hear the birds chirp, hear the birds sing. So now that that's done, you're going to go ahead and grab your thin flat pencil that you use for your eyebrows, and you're going to grab your favorite concealer. Normally, what I like to do is just grab a blend and a mixture of my favorite concealers, and I place it in a old palette, so that way I'm not constantly mixing concealers every single time that I need them. Now that we grabbed our favorite concealer palette, I use this old Profusion palette. It's so cute. It's still got like my favorite colors in there still. As you can tell, I used a lot of them. I used it up, oh my gosh. So today we're doing a glittery look again, and we're doing a purple or something. So make sure to line out your crease. There you go. Cute little crease lining. That's my baby back there. Now you do the other side. And line that out. I want to make sure that my eyes are as even as possible. So redraw as needed. Sweet. And I like to just open my eyes as wide as possible just to make sure that they're even. This one's a little too wide, so I'm gonna grab like this brush, for instance, because it's got like a slight poke to it. I'm just gonna clean it up around. There we go. That feels and looks so much better. Although very worthy. I think, oh yeah, this is a Profusion brush. I love it. And you're going to grab your glittery palette, or actually we'll go right back to the 35 XO Morphe. And what color? I want to do a real glitter. That's not like real glitter for me. I would like to do a base color though this time. So you're just gonna grab a base color. My base color, I guess I'm gonna do this as a base color, this pink on the side. And you just dab your brush like so. Tap off excess and place the base. Place the base, place the base. So I just place it and I dab it. I don't like just wipe. I just dab the color on top of the foundation, because you want your eyeshadow to actually stick to your eye. So you just dab that bad boy. You see, like, I'm very careful. I do the crease extremely last, because yes, the crease is important, and that's exactly how you can tell whether or not you're really good at doing your makeup, because you don't want your crease makeup being all like, I mean, unless you like that, but I don't like my crease being like, how do you say, not defined, you know? So I just, yeah. Now that the crease is done, it's okay if it's like still a little crease left, because I'm also going to be placing something there. So for now, that's great. And just do it again on the other eye. I just like my creases. Like, I actually like, I know some people don't do the crease. Maybe they have hooded eyes or something. My eyes, they're just literally like this, unless I'm like, so it doesn't really matter for me. So then I just apply it again. And again, remember what I told you. It's okay if your creases are still, you know, foundation-y. There we go. We're going to be trying every single color from this Morphe palette until we've tried all of the colors. And I love that for us. Okay, so now that that's done, so now that we're done with our eyes, well, not completely done, but we're done placing our base color, we're gonna grab our favorite glittery palette. This is my favorite glittery palette. It's called Majestic Moonlight 21 Shade Storybook Palette. It's super cute. It is not 21 shades though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Never mind, I guess it is. At first glance, you wouldn't expect it though. But it's super cute. It has a little star and some moons on the side, and everything else is a hexagon. I would appreciate it if they like, this is super thick. I was expecting it to like open, but no. That's it, just the 21 shades for that thickness. So now you're gonna grab a glitter. I mean, well, you could just use the same brush since that's your base anyways. That's what I like to do. And you're going to grab whichever glitter that you want to place on your eyes. Yesterday I did this star, so we're gonna try the star again because you guys didn't get to see what the star looks like. So I absolutely love, I don't want to say I love glitter, but I do love the way this looks on my eye, on my eyes. It was so cute, and I was like, ooh, makes me feel like a younger girl, my younger self again. So yeah, you see that? It's looking a little rough, but trust me, it'll look much better once I'm done applying it. So now we got the glitter down. Glittery. You gotta be careful because if I get glitter in my eye, it freaking burns. So I imagine what other people would go through if they got glitter in their eye. So I just blow it off. I just blow my eye. And then I do the other side because we want it to be even. The other side's even better. Let me add a little more glitter to this side then. Like, it actually sticks to your eye. Wow, look at that. I actually love that. That is so cute. And go ahead and dab this side again. I just like a lot of glitter if I'm gonna do glitter, you know? And wow, that is amazing. I absolutely love that. So now we're going to go ahead and go back to our eyebrows and grab our concealer palette and do underneath our eyebrows. No one ever does this, and I don't know why, because it makes your eyebrows look so much better if you do foundation and concealer under them, not just foundation or not just concealer. So what I like to do is just go back underneath the eye and outline that with some concealer. I like to make it look dominant, so you can just add a lot of concealer. That's what I like doing. If you're into that, you know? Trust me, it's going to look amazing. Trust the process. The process. So, now that that's done, and do the other side. And boom. I know, scary, but definitely a vibe. So now you're gonna grab your fluffy brush and you're just going to go ahead and wipe that clean. And don't forget the middle, of course. And you're gonna do the other side. Wipe that too. Nose was itchy. And just make sure that you like it. And I know it looks a slight bit like bold with the lining, but that is why we did the concealer now. Because we're gonna go back with our trusty and handy dandy fluffy brush and our trusty and handy dandy palette, base palette. And we're gonna go back towards that base tone color, that plum purple, and do that. And then you're going to go ahead and go around your eye once more. Just go around that eye again. And wow, look at that. Cute. Now you're going to go on the other side, your other eye, and do that as well. And just keep doing it until you feel satisfied that, you know, your eye is at the level that you want it to be. I feel extremely satisfied with my eyes at the moment, so I think I am done with them. Now we're going to move on towards our beautiful face. With our foundation base, and grab our color corrector. I use Orange Pro Concealer for not my orange. And then you're just gonna blend out the orange. I have a little glitter under my eye now, great. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So then you're just going to go ahead and blend that out. My coffee. And grab your foundation and apply. This is Do Care. I got it off Amazon. I'll put in the link. This is a foundation applicator brush. You know, you're supposed to pump the foundation on it and go ahead and like dab it out. But me personally, I just put it on my face and then I use the brush to like go around my face. Because it makes the makeup look better rather than you just using your hands or something. I never understood how people use their hands to blend out like your foundation. That's crazy as hell to me. I always use the brush. Even when I first began doing makeup, I always use the brush. This is the foundation applicator brush. You just put foundation on it and you rub it out. And then you're going to use a fluffy brush. I like to use this angled brush because it's very dense and the hairs on it are just so like perfect. So then you just go ahead and you go around and you wipe that thoroughly.
Make sure that you have that done.
And your face should look corrected, A, and B, fully foundationed up and like not dewy. I hate the dewy skin look, it just doesn't seem right to me, because why would you want your face to be oily looking, you know? That's what it looks like to me, like it's oily looking. I don't like that. So now that we've finished our foundation base, we're going to go ahead and grab our concealer palette again.
Go ahead and grab and rub it as much concealer as you like. I believe this is a very out. Like it's very out there look. I'm just gonna grab a little concealer and go ahead and
Do that. Just place it underneath my eye, on my nose line, on the bridge of my nose, right there, and again underneath my other eye. So these flat brushes are applicator brushes. So that way you can grab the makeup, grab whatever, and place it on your face rather than, you know, touching it with your fingers and placing it with your fingers. Yeah, so I did the bridge of my nose and between my eyebrows. And my right here above my lips, and I do above my lips and underneath my chin, and I just do like one swash underneath my cheekbones. And then I'm going to grab a trusty fluff brush. Hopefully this is not the one I used with the orange. I'm just gonna wipe it. Trusty fluff brush. This is Wet n Wild. I love Wet n Wild brushes. And they're cheap, affordable, and they last so long. Like I had this brush. This is one of my first sets of brushes when I began doing makeup. And I began doing makeup, I believe I was 19 years old, 18, 19 years old. Those were one of the first brushes that I bought personally. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is magic. It's heaven. So now we're going to go ahead and do the places in which a big brush cannot, you know, reach, because you don't want to mess up your creasing. Like you do not want to mess up your creasing. Just trust the process. Keep on going. I believe in you, just as you should believe in me. So now you're going to go ahead and blend out all of your makeup. Completely blend it and make sure that it's completely blended to your liking. Make sure that your eyebrows and the middle of your eyebrows are extremely blended, because remember, that's the first place someone's going to look at, your eyes and your eyebrows. So you go ahead and make sure that your forehead isn't, yeah, that looks good to me. Just make sure, I just keep blending it because for some reason, I get extreme anxious when I don't feel as if it's properly blended. I'm like, I don't like. So then we're gonna grab, I personally use this double-edged brush, and I use the small part to blend out my concealer. It's getting cut. So yeah, go ahead and do that, blend it out. I do my forehead one more time. Both sides, I stroke it from the right to the left and the left to the right. And I do the bridge of my nose as well as my eyebrows. I like to brush out the middle of my eyebrows because they're a little bit, you know, like just a bit too, you see, that looks so much better than from comparison from before. And make sure to blend out underneath on the side of your face. And there you have it, folks. Hey, don't do that. And yeah. You're done blending. Wow, my face looks so amazing. You're going to grab your favorite concealer. The favorite contour. Me, I use this beautiful contour stick by Dark Radiance, and it's a baton corrector. And then I just rub it out on my brush. Make sure it's fully saturated. A dark brush right now. And you're gonna go ahead towards your cheekbone and brush. Now you brush, you don't dab. Brush, and you go up and down on the sides of your face and go around as well. Now the other side. So you're gonna brush out on your cheekbone, underneath your cheekbone, and as well as the other side. And your forehead, the beginning of your forehead, or at least what you believe is the beginning of your forehead. Make sure that it's just extremely brushed into your skin and you're not just having residue everywhere. So yeah, there's that. And then you're going to go underneath your chin and brush into your chin line. To inspire you, I hold my head in high places. No need to chase underneath your trophies. I know my power is me because I hold that power. I know that I'm free. Won't let my love your small angled brush for your nose contour, and you're going to do the same thing and brush it onto the concealer stick. Onto the concealer stick, and you're going to go ahead and just brush onto your nose the way you like your nose contour to be. So this side is not done, this side is done. No restarts, no recap at all. Old news, no need to call me. Don't need you in my head. I hold my head in high. So now that you've done that, grab your fluffy brush and just blend that in. It's easier to do that rather than go ahead and grab another brush. So now my nose contour is done. And what I like to do now is spray my face prior to applying any more makeup. And then you grab your fluff brush and you go ahead look how nice that looks. So now that you've done that, I would suggest that you grab your favorite powders. Me, I like to use 2 powders. I like to use my e.l.f. HD Intense Perfect Finish HD powder. And I go in and I grab a sponge. Now is the time to use a sponge, okay? And go ahead and go underneath the eyes, like so, and look it from one side to the other. That's crazy. And the other side, like so. And then you're also going to do your nose and the bridge, as well as your forehead. It's okay if you look a little pale, because you're supposed to. As well as underneath your eyebrows, because that is, wow. And the top of your lip, your chin, and underneath on your cheekbone. I know you look extremely pale, don't worry. That's when we go back with our fluff brush and we brush it out. Make sure to always brush out like all of your whole face, like, so that way you don't look like a ghost. And it blends in even better. In with my MAC powder NW30, and I just go around. It's almost done. And I just add a little extra underneath my eyes and my nose and my forehead and on top of my lip. Glitter everywhere. Oh my gosh. A true girl's girl. So this is my blush. It's a Morphe blush. The color is Blush Balm Wild Wine. It's a blush balm apparently. And I just dab it on there because you don't want too much, you know. And then you smile, that beautiful big smile, and you go ahead and apply it on your cheeks. And the other side, make sure to do it just as you did that side. So if you did it vertically or diagonally, do it diagonally. If you're doing it vertically, do it vertically. Me, I like to do it diagonally because my cheekbones rise. So I just do a little diagonal. And always palm on, dab on your face. Do not swipe across because it just doesn't really do you justice. It looks too heavy. So now that your blush is on, you're going to go ahead and grab a, yes, I'm going to say it, foundation brush, okay? Me personally, I've been using this foundation applicator brush for years now to apply my, drum roll please, my highlight. So for my highlight, I just grab the applicator brush and I place a little few dabs because this highlight from Profusion it's intense. So you gotta be careful. And then you go ahead and apply it on the top of your blush, right here on your highlight bone. Right there on your highlight bone. Right underneath your eye. Some people, me personally, I do sometimes place it all around my eye, but today I want it to be a nice, slight look, not too heavy on under the eyes. So go ahead and do that. Wow, I told you the highlight is not to play with. You go ahead and do your nose and the bridge and underneath your eyebrow. And on top of your lip, of course, on your bow. I usually apply too much on top of my lip, so I just blend that out around. And I like to do on my chin. I don't know about everybody else, but I definitely do on my chin. Wow, such a so. And you grab that base color that you used for the outline of your eyes. I use that plum purple, so I'm going to use the plum and go ahead and apply it on my brush and go underneath my eye as so and apply added color towards underneath my eye so it looks more fuller and more characteristic. So now you have a slight purple look underneath your eye and it looks so well blended in with your eyes. I love it. And now that that's done, you're going to go ahead and grab your favorite 2 color pencils for your lips. Make sure to put everything back. You don't want your items everywhere in your vanity to look crazy, you know? So make sure to place all of your materials back from whence they came. I'm going to start off with a nude base with my pencils. Black first, of course, but very, very lightly. After you've done that, I just go like that, get it around, wipe that off, and then I use my brown and I go in with my brown. Not much of a difference there. My pink pencil, and I just go around. This is my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Angel Food Cake, and I'm going to apply it on top of my liners. And there you have it, folks. I just go on my highlight and just do a little bit of cleanup because I don't want it too deep and too heavy. But I do want it to be showing, so. There you go. And that is how I do my cute glittery purple look. I also do a little bit of mascara. So I grab my YSL Lash Clash, and I just add a little mascara swoops. So after I placed some mascara, I'm going to be using my Ravishing Sight lashes. So now I grab my Ravishing Sight lashes, which will be up on the website for sale at ravishingsight.com. And ooh, look how nice these are. I feel so accomplished. And I grab whichever lash glue that I have, the right lash on my left eye, because I want the smaller side in the front of the eye and the thicker side at the end of the eye for a nice winged look. You just place it on as so. Make sure it's all even. When you apply mascara, you want it at the end as much as possible, enable for it to look very winged at the end of your eye. Hey, mama. And then now for the other eye. Apply your glue. Don't forget to put it on the end as much as possible, and you just go ahead and apply it. And boom. And then you fix your hair just as you need to. I know I need to put a little hot comb in it or something, but it is what it is for now because I have to go somewhere. And there you are. There is your final look. Oh, my hair looks crazy. But now you are done with your lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it and you felt safe and comfortable with the steps and you have a great result. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you for next video. This was just me in the car through daylight. Just wanted to show a few clips. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. Have a good day.